Jonathan, how are you?
I'm very well. You're looking very handsome this evening.
Thank you.
Okay, now look, before we get on to the presidential stuff, are you fully aware that it's National Prune Week here and we're all very excited?
I'm kicking myself that I'm stuck here.
Yeah. How is the campaign going? What's going on out there?
Well, I ascribe to Mark Twain's theory that the last person who should be president is the one who wants it the most. The one who should be picked is the one who should be dragged kicking and screaming into the White House.
So you're not a fan of any of the guys?
Which is not the case with these.
Well, what about the New Hampshire primaries? Because we know they take place tomorrow, and I'm told that these are very, very significant indeed. Why are they so significant, and what do you think will happen?
I have no idea. They're not significant to me, and...
Is that because you live in Los Angeles?
For me.
Yeah, they're not at all... They're not... This is working very well, isn't it, Bill? What about Bush's main rival, then? Because Bush, presumably, is going to have to face a Democratic challenge, someone they're looking forward to, hopefully will take power from him. Who will be that guy, do you think?
Well, it looks like Paul Zongas, who is a Greek from Massachusetts, shorter than Dukakis, and who is terminally ill. He looks pretty electable.
That's a fine choice. What's happened to Clinton? Because the papers I was reading over the weekend suggest that he's perhaps making a bit of a comeback.
Well, not with all these women making allegations about him.
Yeah. Didn't he clear that up? I mean, he didn't say yes, but he didn't say no. I thought maybe he'd put that behind him.
If he had put it behind him, none of this problem would be going on right now.
Okay. National Prune Week, of course, Bill. What about... Did the news reach you about one of our potential Prime Ministers, Paddy Ashdown, who had a similar case? Someone came out of his past life and there were talk of an affair, and he came out and he took it on the chin and he admitted publicly that indeed it had happened, it was behind him now, it was perhaps a mistake. Do you think if either Clinton or perhaps one of the other guys, if they were accused in that way and they made a public admission of guilt, would the American public forgive and forget? Would that even endear them to them?
Well, if Clinton did it with all the women alleging that they did it with him, they would need a wide-angle lens and a podium the size of a football field for that press conference.
Do you think it actually works in their favor that someone comes out and says, well, you know, this guy was at some stage in his life something of a stud?
I think it would. I mean, I'm not shocked that Clinton had affairs. I'm more shocked that Bush doesn't. You've seen Barbara.
National Prune Week. Once again, we're back again, aren't we? What about the mood of American people in general towards the election? What do you think the feeling is? Is it exciting? Is there a fever pitch of excitement about the upcoming elections?
No, not at all. You know, no one shows up for these elections, and Bush will probably be reelected because American people don't want to change, and that's what Bush is offering. No change.
What are the issues then? What are the big issues that are being picked up in the U.S. press?
Well, Clinton and women, you know. When you talk about a deficit of trillions of dollars, most people's eyes glass over. They can't relate to that. Mistresses, we all perk up.
What about you personally? Let me ask you, be very specific here. What are your feelings on the U.S. electoral system? What do you think of the way it works and functions?
Well, I hope to overthrow the American government and replace it with a freely elected democracy.
Yeah.
I think that'd be best.
Just a pipe dream, I imagine, though, Bill.
Excuse me?
You have been excused. One final thing. You're coming over. I saw your one-man show. It was a while ago on Channel 4. Very funny stuff. Are you going to be performing live here at all?
I'll be over there in March and April. Does Prune Week continue that far?
No, you've missed the boat on Prune Week, I'm afraid. But we'll try and think of something equally exciting and relevant for you. Thanks for spending your time.
Have it rainy and cold.
Yeah, that's what it's like in LA at the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're...